Elijah was a powerful prophet whom God used to call Israel back to true worship. He spoke bold words from God during a time of deep spiritual darkness. Elisha was Elijah's young helper who loved and followed him faithfully. Elijah taught him how to pray, serve others, and trust God without fear. One day, God told Elijah it was time to leave this world and go to heaven. Elijah did not know exactly how God would take him away. Elisha and Elijah walked together toward the Jordan River that morning. God had bigger plans for Elisha after Elijah's departure. When they reached the river, Elijah rolled up his coat and struck the water with it. The river stopped, and they crossed on dry ground. Elisha asked Elijah for a double share of his spiritual power. Elijah told him to watch closely to receive the blessing. Then something miraculous happened before Elisha's eyes. Suddenly, a burning chariot with fiery horses appeared in the sky. The fiery chariot came between Elijah and Elisha in a brilliant blaze. The sight was powerful and filled with God's glory. Elijah did not die like others before him on this earth. Instead, God lifted Elijah up in a strong wind toward heaven. Elisha watched in awe as Elijah disappeared into God's presence. He cried out, my father," in deep love and respect. Elijah's coat fell to the ground where he was taken. Elisha picked it up and knew God's Spirit was now with him. Elisha used that same coat to part the Jordan River again. God showed everyone that Elijah's spirit now rested on Elisha. This moment marked both an ending and a new beginning in God's plan. Elijah's life was powerful, but Elisha's life was just getting started. Elijah's fiery ascension reminds us that God rewards faithfulness in surprising ways. It shows that God's power goes beyond death and limits of this world. Many people feel stuck today and wonder if God still works miracles. Elijah's story shows that God can still move in extraordinary ways. God does not always take us the same way he took Elijah, but he invites us to walk closely with him every day. Elijah's journey challenges us to seek God sincerely with fearless hearts. It should move us to ask, am I ready for what God will do next? Elisha saw Elijah go to heaven and stepped into God's calling boldly afterward, so we too must be ready to carry God's work to others. If Elijah could be taken up alive by God's power, imagine what God can do in your life. Let that truth stir your heart again today. Comment below what you felt when Elijah rose into heaven alive. What does this story mean to you?